All right, let's be real for a second. If you're here, chances are the last 6 months of your trading have been, well, frustrating. You've probably tried a dozen different things, followed countless tips, and your account is just not where you want it to be. It feels like half the air just went down the drain, right?
But here's the thing. What's done is done. We can't rewind the clock, but we can make damn sure the next 6 months are completely different. And this isn't about finding some magical new strategy. No, it's about building a rock-solid plan that turns you from a gambler into a disciplined trader.
So here's our roadmap for the rest of the year. We're going to break it all down into 3 simple phases. Each one builds on the last, guiding you from a total mindset reset all the way to refining your edge for real profitability. Let's dive right into phase 1, which covers the next 2 months. And here's the first rule. Forget about making money. I'm serious. These 2 months are all about a complete psychological teardown and rebuild. We're building your foundation from scratch. This is probably the single most important change you have to make. You've got to ditch that earning mindset and adopt a learning mindset. Stop telling yourself, I need to make money. From now on, your mantra is, I am here to learn the process. My starting capital, that's my tuition fee. The goal isn't to get rich, it's to survive, to learn, and to stay in the game. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? If you're chasing that adrenaline rush, that dopamine hit, you're doing it wrong. Real professional trading isn't an action movie. It's a disciplined, systematic, and honestly, a pretty boring process of just following your rules, day in and day out. Excitement is usually a warning sign that you're going off plan. So in your second month, August, you build on this new mindset by creating your rule book. And look, these are not suggestions. They are your non-negotiable laws. What time do you trade? How many trades max? What's your risk to reward? You write these down and you follow them, period. If your perfect setup doesn't appear, you do nothing. Breaking these rules doesn't mean you had a bad day. It means you were undisciplined. Okay, foundation is set. Now we move into phase 2 for September and October. You've got your rules. Now it's time to put them into practice, but with a very specific goal in mind. You're about to become a data scientist and the subject is you. So in September, you start trading with your new rules. But remember that mindset shift? Your goal is not to make a profit. I'll say it again. You are not trying to make money. Your only job is to follow your plan perfectly and to track every single trade in a journal. You are a scientist in a lab, and your trading is the experiment. Now, as you start gathering this data, you'll find that every single loss you take falls into one of 2 buckets. Was it a technical mistake? A bad entry, wrong timing, a flaw in the strategy itself? Or was it an emotional mistake, trading out of FOMO, revenge trading after a loss, or just plain greed? And you have to be brutally honest with yourself here. This creates an incredibly powerful feedback loop for October. You execute your plan, you track the results, you identify the type of mistake you're making, and then you correct it. If most of your losses are technical, okay, you work on the strategy. But if most of them are emotional, and trust me, for most traders they are, then we need to dig a little deeper. Let me show you exactly why these emotional mistakes happen. Let's say, for example, your total trading capital is $100,000. But after some real, honest soul-searching, you realize that the most you can lose in a single day before you start to feel sick or panicked or just make terrible decisions is $10,000. That's your true emotional limit. And boom, here it is, the question that changes everything. If your mind can only handle a 10% loss, why on earth are you putting 100% of your capital on the line? This gap, this mismatch right here, is the root cause of almost every emotional error in trading. You're sizing your positions based on your account balance, not on your own psychology. The fix? You shrink your position size until the potential loss is small enough that you genuinely don't care about it. So that brings us to the final stretch, phase 3, for November and December. By now, you've fixed the big, glaring mistakes. This last phase is all about hunting down those small, hidden habits that are keeping you stuck at break-even. So what do I mean by minor mistakes? Well, these have nothing to do with your charts or your indicators. They're all about your environment, your daily habits, and your overall state of mind. And let me tell you, they might seem small, but their impact on your trading decisions is absolutely massive. Does any of this look familiar? Mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, seeing other people's supposed profits.
hanging around toxic friends who drain your energy, eating junk food and not getting any exercise. All of this stuff, it chips away at your mental clarity. It makes it impossible to execute your plan with discipline. You can't have chaos in your life and expect to find order in the markets.
So your final task for the year is simple, but it is not easy. You have to ruthlessly eliminate these negative influences from your life. Delete the app, distance yourself from that friend, go for a walk. You have to understand this. Your peace of mind is your single greatest trading asset. You have to protect it just as fiercely as you protect your capital. Whew! We've gone through 6 months, 3 phases, a total overhaul of your entire approach to trading. But if you remember only one thing from all of this, let it be this next idea. This right here. This is the whole game. Profit is not something you chase. It's the reward you get for building and flawlessly executing a disciplined process. Your job is not to find profits. Your job is to become a master mistake eliminator. The big technical ones, the crippling emotional ones, and even those tiny environmental ones. Profitability is simply what's left over when you finally get that right. So this is the plan. This is how you stop hoping for profits and start building a system that actually deserves them. The entire path is laid out right in front of you. The only question left is, are you ready to walk it? Your next 6 months can be the turning point. The journey starts right now.